yo, welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one is for Ted Lasso, season 3, episode number 4. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. You already know. Let's go.
Alright, a couple comments from the last episode, starting with Lizzie B, who says, great reaction. You guys actually got me into Ted Lasso, and I can't thank you enough.
Uh-oh.
That's cool.
Uh-oh.
Appreciate that. Shout outs to reactions, get people to react to, or get people to watch new shows.
Yes.
That's why y'all shouldn't block us on YouTube.
That's right. Come on, Apple TV Plus.
This is probably the first Ted Lasso episode that I haven't completely loved. It rang a bit hollow for me that we spent so long teaching Jamie the importance of the team as a whole and not just the star players. And then as soon as Zava arrives, we rearrange the whole playing style to support him and give him all the glory.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem very Ted-like.
No.
I thought that at least Coach Beard would have had some things to say about it, but no. Anyway, knowing the show, I have full faith that the writers will flip it around on us in the next few episodes, and I'll end up being like, I love that they did it this way and did it this way. Because the way that
you just trust the writers. Yeah.
No. I'm saying the reason I'm stumbling is because the way that Patreon, when I do the screenshot, it removes the quote and adds the word "and quote," so it's confusing. So, anyways, because that's just how the show goes. Just wanted to say thanks as well. You guys really brightened my week. Lizzie, you just brightened ours. Thank you. And you know, I can see that point, but I think it's more so too the relationship between Jamie and Roy, which I think has been a long time coming. So I feel like that's where the direction's going, and I don't think he's I'm curious to see how it plays out, but I'm hyped about that development. Then we have executive producer Jeremy says, I'm glad Zava turned out to be as good as everyone acted like he was, but I'm not sure I like that they basically made him the team. The coach doesn't matter. The rest of the team doesn't matter. Just Zava. Because that's a point of where we're going to develop the character. But I feel you. But I also agree, if he didn't overperform or perform, I was like, this is going to be
it'd be a waste of time.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel that Michelle is dating the marriage counselor, especially with everything Ted said about him in the previous season, with him counseling Michelle to end the relationship and making Ted feel unheard and blamed, and was the reason that Ted hated therapists until last season, and now she's dating him. It just seems not great. It's totally
That's some savage shit. I mean, that's real life though. Motherfuckers be like that. That's some savage shit.
And that stigma is why people don't go to counseling.
I don't know that stigma, but that's
no, I'm saying
no.
I'm just saying that type of energy.
I mean, that is some savagery. Yeah. He can get disbarred for that right there. There's got to be some kind of like, you know,
crossing the line.
Yeah.
I love that Roy is going to train Jamie. I think that storyline is going to be great. Totally agree. Also, I really like Trent Krim, but that ending made it seem like he might out Colin. I hope not. Great reaction. I look forward to the next one.
Because why we gotta do that? Why we gotta stir
this?
And this is fucking England. So this should be. Come on.
I mean, you don't live there, baby.
They are progressive over there.
All right. Next comments from Christoph. Sorry. Christoph, who says, by the way, if you guys didn't know, Zava is based on legendary Swedish striker, I'm not even going to try to say his name, who incredibly is still playing professionally for one of Europe's top teams at age 41. That's cool as hell. No, we did not know at all. They have already made so many references to him. I'm going to just call him Z. Z has also had loads of club changes over the course of his career, and he's also known for his mercurial, great word, temper on and off the field. When Higgins says that Zava signed his contract with You're Welcome, that's a reference to the time when Z moved to the Major League Soccer club, LA Galaxy, and for that occasion took out a whole page ad in the New York Times with only the words, Dear Los Angeles, you're welcome. What a savage. Z also likes to refer to himself in the third person, just like Zava in the show, and has a certain affinity for Buddhism. Also, Zava's position on the pitch as a target forward whose main role is to receive balls from midfield and just punch them into goal is very much that of Z, along with his typical strong headers or acrobatic goals like the bicycle kick goal. The guy they cast also looks uncannily like Z, who is imposing tall physique and hook nose down to the man bun, goatee, and ludicrous back tattoos.
Yeah.
You have to look up Z. Once you see him, you'll instantly recognize the likeness. I'm obviously going to do that immediately.
So, they 100% then framed it after him.
Yeah. I actually think they would have been overboard with how over the top they made him, though, because Z is already kind of a surreal and cartoonish figure in real life. They probably thought they needed to add something for a comedy show by overhyping him even more, but with how outlandish Z already is, that makes Zava maybe a bit too much of a god figure in the show. Thank you so much for breaking that down and sharing that. We would have had no idea, so that's really cool. Really appreciate that insight. Last comments from Terry, who says, Roy training Jamie, 2 enemies joining forces together. Yeah, that's happening. That's my energy exactly. Yep. Alright, let's get into episode 4 right now.
Oh, big boy. Shut your ass out for training.
Right, let's go.
It's 4 a.m.
Yeah, we start at 4 a.m.
I thought you were joking.
How's that a joke?
Because it's 4 a.m.
Also, all the talking and laughing and all that stuff. Yeah.
Sure. Well, apart from your dreadful puns.
Right. Well, it's tough. Sometimes I just see him there and I gotta take a swing at him. No, what I'm getting at is, well, I was just thinking maybe we could go on an actual date sometime. You know, you and me together.
God, no.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to consider it.
Ted, we can't date.
Why not?
You're a mess.
I'm a mess.
Of course you are. I'm a mess too, but I'm a mess 3 years further on than you, so I'm more of a slight disarray.
More like a slight disarray of sunshine, if you ask me.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Ted,
I had to take
one
it when
day
it's
my
there.
ex got remarried. I drank a bottle of red wine through a straw and told my Uber driver I was in love with him. Then, when he dropped me home, I puked so much. My mouth was like an elevator from the goddamn Shining. Knocked my rating down to a 3.9.
3.9. Ooh.
Fuck you! What? What's yours? Oh, God, you're a 5, aren't you? Of course you're a 5. How the fuck are you a 5?
I don't know. I'm tidy. I say please and thank you. Sometimes I'll offer to drive if they look tired.
That's awful right.
You're such. Of course that does.
Ted,
How the fuck are you
I
a
think our
5?
status. Friends with benefits like Natalie Portman and Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, no. I think you're thinking of 2011's other good friends turned casual lovers based rom-com. No strings attached. Friends with Benefits was Mila Kunis and Justin.
I totally saw that shit.
Wow.
Both.
2011. Friends be fucking.
Friends like fucking.
So, let's keep things 2011. Cool and breezy.
Arab Spring.
Like an Arab Spring.
Good luck against West Ham this weekend. Fuck Rupert. That shriveled raisin pouch he calls a nutsack.
Fuck no. You a mess.
I'm a mess too, but I'm 3 years ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm way past you in a mess. You
I'm
still
a
gotta catch
disarray.
up.
Hello, it's a flow. Lovely, thank you.
Yeah, 3
Ooh, this is nice. Great test for me.
She's trying to look on her rating now.
How are you a 5?
Does that remind you of that
Why?
Mirror episode?
Why are you only staying with the top on?
Because I get cold upstairs and hot downstairs.
Look at that. Morning.
They answer the door like that because they get cold upstairs.
Oh, this is what we're doing this one.
So I'm
I
gonna draw.
truly look forward to seeing my old club again. Richmond are top class.
What a soggy wet piece of shit.
Thank you.
Right, I'm off to the training ground. Thanks again for the opportunity.
Babe, you earned it. Shandy came up with this super fun banter promo. It uses all the single players on the team.
Yeah. The anonymous man you're bantering with could be a professional footballer.
Oh, that's great. And that's all the single players, you say? So it's like Colin and Danny and Sam, etc.?
Yeah, although I don't think Sam's doing it anymore.
Look at her.
So fun.
Why is she so concerned about Sam?
Miss
Like, you
Jones.
wouldn't even try to do all that.
The green matches.
It's Barbara. If
Right,
possible,
right.
could I get 2 tickets for the Richmond-West Ham match? Jack might be coming to London this weekend. Of course. Who's Jack? Jack Danvers. The head of the VC that funded your company. Our boss. Yes,
Who the fuck is that?
that Jack. Of course.
That's not a problem, Barbara. I can let you have some seats in my suite.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much, Rebecca. That's so kind of you and so efficient.
It's so
Really?
Judgy.
Thanks, Barbara.
I'm gonna fight it.
So, the one thing we cannot
She
do
can't
against
because
I know.
she's
is
put in place
the false
by.
nine.
Because that's nice shit.
Exactly. So we decided to go with our classic 4-4-2.
Which is exactly what that prick expects us to do.
So we do the opposite. 5 up front. Full on attack. But Nate knows we're going to do that. Because Nate knows that we're trying to outthink him by thinking like him.
Well, fuck Nate, fuck thinking, fuck fucking Socrates.
So we got to stop thinking like Nate and start thinking like Nate would think we would think if Nate were thinking like
Oh my
us.
God.
And then do the last thing that Nate thinking like us, thinking like Nate, thinking like us would ever expect us to do. Have Zava drop back and play Nate's false nine.
What fucking nah. Brilliant. That's my stupid
I
idea.
agree with that. I do have one question.
Of course.
You fucking cares.
Of course,
Zava will do it?
You think Zava will do?
Zava will do it.
Good morning.
What? What was you trying to say?
Because Zava wouldn't be up
what's
front
wrong?
scoring, so
Well,
Zava will play
He
with
doesn't think so either.
Wonder Kid. Nathan Shelley.
Yeah, Shelley is brilliant. There's no doubt about that. But Zava, he is a genius. I like the grey answer for this one.
That's mine.
No, you can't have him. He's mine.
Guys,
Oh,
who cares, right?
I don't like it either.
Now come on, we got work to do. Let's go.
He's correct.
You must ignore these talking faces,
He's talking faces.
even when they are in our favor. Thank you, Zorro.
Oh, exactly, but it's actually pronounced Zoho.
Zorro.
Why?
I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that.
Well, you're tall. Is your dad a tree or something?
Is your daddy a tree?
Hey, speaking of trees, who y'all room for today?
What's happening?
That makes sense.
Makes sense. Man, you talking about what your daddy a tree? What's going on with you?
I would literally just want to be around Ted all the time. For all my life.
Ted would kill me. If I was in the back of the elevator,
Look at
bro. Back up. Who this man is?
Look at him holding the door. Such a sweet vibe.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Nate, is that you?
Nate, that you stand at the corner?
Hi, didn't see you.
Oh, that's okay. How you been, man?
Well, of course.
Oh my god, look at fucking Ted just being the coolest guy. Is he gonna snap? Is his feelings gonna be hurt?
Listen, Ted. I just want to say, the way I left. Hey! There you are. Yeah.
Look at him dressed all black like a fucking villain.
Hey, Rupert.
Ted.
Nice to see you again.
Good luck.
Dad?
Yeah. Oh, here she is now. Keely.
Yeah.
This is Jack Danvers.
Hello.
Hey, we gotta win, bro. Fuck all this kumbaya shit. We gotta win.
I mean, Ted's not even the one that's responsible for the
West Ham are
strategy
quite
on
happy
anybody.
to just soak up the pressure, not taking any risks at all, against Richmond of all teams at home. A sign of how strong Richmond has come.
Okay.
What a threat Zava is. And it stays 0-0 thanks to an amazing save by Zava.
Be called Van Damme now. Why? Well, we'll probably have to dive into his childhood for that answer.
Richmond need the key pass to unlock the Hammers' defence. That could be the one. Target!
It was wide open.
For Zava!
There'll be 2 more minutes in the first half of this scoreless but pulsating London derby. Obisanya caught in possession.
Let's not pass this out because we want to be.
Oh, fast break. Oh, Denzo's.
It's there! Right under Van Dam. The Canadian keeper apparently not as unstoppable as the muscles from Brussels.
That's not fair, Arlo.
Nobody is. The Hammers go up 1-0 just before
First
half
half.
time.
Oh, they got a whole second half.
Alright guys, come on now. Let's end this
But
half
you
strong.
hate being down. Like, you don't want to be down.
Oh! What's this shit? Low. On the right, 5. Another, come on, 5. Just blow the fucking whistle.
West Ham pressing now. A new tactic for the Hammers in the closing seconds of the first half.
It's never too late to change, Arlo.
Hey, they scored again. That was brilliant.
Oh, dearie me.
Hey, we hit him with the fucking.
They had a secret play. But that was Nate's strength. He was strategically, like, he knew the strategies.
We go to half-time. Richmond have dominated possession, but out of absolutely nowhere. It's 2-0 to the Hammers.
Ooh.
Hey, fellas, I'll be right back.
Fuck you guys.
Just be a minute. Well,
I thought you were boss.
How long has me?
Take it, bring your ass over here.
Hey, boss. Doing.
Guess I just got caught up in the excitement of it all, you know. Excuse me a minute.
Fucking Nate. You know, I wrote a love Nate last, when he was
Hey, of
coming
course. We, like, first season 1, we were like...
They done flipped it on me.
Coach Shelley, Mr. Mannion asked me to give you this. He'll meet you there in an hour.
Oh, thank you.
That's the girl you just hooking up with.
It's so good to see you, Rebecca.
You too, Bex.
Oh, Rebecca, my dear, so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Come on, old man. It's way past your bedtime.
Lovely to see you.
So are you with your assistant. Your daughter deserves better and so does Bex. Stop fucking around.
Your daughter deserved that.
Here you go. You're normally a lot better than that. And nicer.
Yeah, well, it's never great when your team gets more red cards than goals, is it?
No.
What a shit show. Anyway, good news. Banter's trending.
It is.
Pretty sure the change to bio line
Oh my
helped.
god. Are they trying to
What are
make
you
it
talking
seem
about?
like she's going to take her position?
Who did this?
I did. This afternoon when I uploaded the vids. You're welcome.
Shandy, this.
trying to do?
Are you joking? They're gonna love it. I've literally tripled their subscribers in an hour.
You need to change this back now, please. It was really lovely to meet you.
You too.
Excuse me.
Hey, here he is! The Wonder Kid himself! The man of the hour!
He knows Nate's freaking meetings too. It's like he just wants to be seen.
Nathan.
Oh, Christmas cakes.
I want to say something
I'm
real
just trying
quick.
to understand why and what happened.
Look, I know that you and I aren't, together anymore, and I respect that. Okay, I do. But this whole thing with you and Dr. Jacob really ticks me off, and I'm upset that we didn't ever really get to talk about it before it all started. And look, I understand that me saying all this might be the wrong thing to do, but I just feel like not saying it isn't wouldn't be the right thing either. Because we gotta raise this little boy together, We're stuck with each other. We don't share grandkids. I love you, Michelle. And I love Henry. And I love our family. No matter what it looks like. Okay?
Of course.
Well, I'll talk to y'all soon.
Is she
Have
done
a good
messy?
night. Tell Henry I love him.
That's all he wanted to do? Just get off his chest? That's what Odu was saying. If you don't say the things, it festers like poison. And all he had to do is say it. And it was easy for him to say it.
Ain't no use to sit and wonder
But does that mean he needs to have a conversation with Nate too that he hasn't been recognizing he has no use for?
no use to sit and wonder why be. You can't keep being Jesus, letting shit, just letting it go. And that's what they got into it with him last time. That's why y'all don't win. Cause this kumbaya shit y'all don't win. Now your people.
No, but this is obviously this
Your
episode
people's trying
clearly
something.
showed.
They tried something though that clearly didn't work. It didn't work. But that's because Ted is not. He's not being Ted right now. He's not in the zone. He's not with the team. That's why none of the things are working right now. They need him. They need him. All right, that was episode 4 of Ted Lasso, and it's a conflicting thing that's going on. I mean, Ted is missing. Our Ted is missing from action right now, and without him, everybody else try to muddle through and make it as best as they can, but it just it won't happen. Ted got the magic. He got the skills to do what he's got to do. Now, for whatever reason, when they was getting pummeled in this game, at no point did they was like, fuck it, let's just go back to what we did before and let's give it to Zava. Let's just let Zava do it, because they didn't even let Zava go ham. Like, he could have went ham, I'm guessing.
No,
but that was not the point of this show.
Yeah, that was the point of
that wasn't the point of this one. But, I mean, it's kind of weird that you build it like that, because the real world actions would have been, when the other team scored 2 points on you, fuck it. Default back to let Zava do what he did.
No, it wasn't even. They weren't even playing anymore. They were just pissed and wanted to hurt the team.
Yeah,
at that
they was
point.
pissed.
That's why they weren't even. They didn't play.
All right, so
They stopped
one
playing.
point. Let's just go point. Let's go. I mean, whatever. I mean, all I'm saying is Zava didn't get to do what Zava do best. At least to like try to bring them back.
I mean, he wasn't. Zava's not invested in the same way the team.
No,
was
that's what I'm
with
saying.
Nathan.
That's what I mean. The team, the coaches should have been, hey, fuckers, I see y'all out here being fucking evil and mad because we showed you the video, but let's turn that shit
It was
down.
dead.
And let's go ahead and let Zava do the thing. So at least we can try to at least tie it or catch up. But they didn't. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. For the sake of the show, it went the way it went. And so, okay, I got to go with that part on there. And so the whole episode right here was basically Ted Lasso trying to figure out his feelings and how he's going to work this thing out because Sassy called him a mess. Right? So he's conflicted with that and it's like, and I feel what he said at the end to his ex-wife, right? Like, I feel like I need to say it because if I don't say it, I feel like I'll be pissed off because I didn't say it. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. And, you know, he got it off his chest. Hopefully, that can make him feel a little better and, and move on a little bit more. But it did need to happen, and I'm glad it did. The other flip side on the other story with Keely and the boss, I'm not really feeling Jack or what her facial expressions are yet for Keely right now. Is it more like can she run my company or I like what you got, you just need some damn tweaking on that. I don't know yet what Jack is feeling right now. Or she can go either way with this, but like you said, maybe she wanted her other friends to be like.
No, I think
that just got shut down.
It felt like it got shut down.
So
again.
I think they had more camaraderie when she gave her the tampon in the stall than anything else. So I think that's something that can be built on top of that. And so we'll see where it goes with that. But Keely got some things she got to do to damn get her shit together for sure on there. But everything else in the show, I mean, I'm liking all the other storylines we got building up going towards it. But Ted Lasso part. It seems like, again, we building up to the volcano of explosion of him snapping, which I thought I was going to get in one of the other two seasons, which I didn't.
Yeah,
so
you
I'm
did.
not
You totally did. He had a total anxiety attack and literally...
Anxiety attack. But I mean, for him to snap and say, get it off his chest to his ex-wife or to the fucking doctor that took his wife and get it off his chest and just say what you got to say and get it all out there. But I'm hoping for the best on that. It's not going to happen. That's just not Ted Lasso. So it'll be done in a different way. And so I hope he can find some kind of reconcile and come back and have some peacefulness in him. And we can get with the Ted Lasso that we all know and love. And maybe we can come back and fucking beat Nate on this thing and win this out. But we'll see. But it's very good so far. And I cannot wait to see another one.
Yeah, so I'll actually start with Nate. It's annoying. I'm annoyed by how well this season's being written so far because what they're doing with Nate is it's like pulling me back in. I mean, you guys know from our reactions how much I'm sure everybody else did too, how much you fell in love with Nate in season 1 and how difficult season 2 was with the direction they took him. But it felt very organic as well. And now we're back in this place where, you can clearly see Nate's being manipulated by Rupert. Clearly. To where he even has feelings where, he wants to make amends with Ted. But, Rupert is the most manipulative person ever. And, he's constantly showing that card. And he's, the villain of all villains. Which I think this show does such a great job of making him feel so authentic in that.
Yeah.
But you're at this point, I mean, me personally at this point, regardless of everything that's happened so far, I feel bad for Nate. I feel like Rupert preyed on him, saw exactly what his weaknesses are, knows exactly how to tap into manipulating him, is doing it full force. And I feel like Ted sees that too, and that's why Ted's not willing to go. I mean, Ted doesn't go dark. Ted doesn't do evil. He doesn't do those things. But you're clearly seeing now, at least Nate's recognizing now the difference in Ted's manager style or oversight style versus Rupert's. And I'm just so curious of how that plays out. And I'm excited about it because, I was really upset with the direction they took Nate's character, although it makes sense. I'm curious to see where that continues to play out.
Yeah.
I loved everything, which I knew I would, about Roy and Jamie, though, training together. I like where that's going. We did see, though, that Jamie, you know, early on in the game, tried to take one for himself, in which Zava was open. So, like, we'll have to continue to see how that develops, but that's all, obviously, he's not there yet, and I don't know how that's all going to mesh together, but I do like the interactions with Roy and Jamie. That was, like, one of my favorite parts of the episode. Everything with Ted and what he's going through in his relationship, and I think it was so great what Beard said about, like, the toxicity of, like, not speaking your piece, and, like, how that just continues to compound, and the fact that once he didn't need anything else for his wife to say, or his ex-wife to say, all he needed to do was say his piece, her receive it, and then he was like, dang, I've been so stressed out and anxious just because I've been, like, obsessed with this thought and idea that I haven't been able to articulate to you. And as soon as he said it, you could see in Ted's face, it was like relief. He's like, I don't have to carry that anymore. I said it. It was received. We're raising our kid, and that's all I need to do. I just need to say it, which I love so much. And I'm wondering if that's going to show up again with his... I mean, he doesn't feel especially hurt with Nate, but maybe that once he's processed or moved beyond what is obviously he's been distracted by with his ex-wife, maybe some of those other feelings are going to pop up and he has to deal with those as well. The stuff with Keely, I'm anxious for. I thought I was going to go a different direction, but I think, like, now seeing it's Jack who's invested in, she's invested in Keely's company. It is Keely's company, but she got somebody to invest into it. Maybe she respects Keely beyond Keely even knowing. And the fact that it's a woman, I think that's very interesting and cool. And we'll have to see how that continues to play out as well. And then I just thought the grace, once again, that Rebecca showed this episode as far as, like, not taking the bait, but seeing again the piece of shit that Rupert is, and, like, feeling bad for Bex now, too, and without even telling her anything, just being like, bro, I see you, you're a piece of shit. You're just always going to be a piece of shit. And that's what it is. And then lastly, you know, they didn't show the clip for nothing. Roy and Beard taking that as an element to, like, motivate the team as far as the second half goes. But if you watch anything about karate, you never fight in anger, because that shit just messes you up. So, and I love that Ted Lasso didn't step in. He was like, this shit's got to play out. They are pissed. They just got to get this out of their system. And I loved so much that Beard and Roy were like, just curse us out. And the fact that he didn't do that and was such a Ted person pissed him off even more. Like, he's such an asshole. He didn't even, like, we would have felt better if you just would have cursed us out. Which is such a Ted Lasso moment. So, all in all, love this episode again. And I'm just super intrigued with all the dynamics that are playing out right now and how it's all ultimately going to come together. I'll say one last thing. Zava had nothing invested in the second half of the game because he's not part of the squad. He doesn't know Nate. That shit didn't hurt him. Honestly, that whole second half probably pissed him off and made him feel like, I regret coming to this team, because he's not part of the family yet. So, like, interesting to see what his reaction's going to be going into the next episode as well, because he's like, y'all just threw this game completely. And no class, completely ridiculous. Yeah, bullshit playing. So, just great way to set up the next half of the season, because next episode, I think, is episode 5. So, can't wait to see how that plays out, but really great episode. Can't wait for more.
Yep. All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Ted Lasso Season 3, episode number 4, and until next time.